I think that the important thing that happened in the 20th century and probably last half of the century and probably recently is enormous concern for the rights of women. No? Probably women were never so they were somehow left beside. It were not just direct discrimination or direct violation of human rights, at least in our society, but they were somehow shifted, not in the center of the event of the bill. I think this should have changed, and it's changing, and the church participates in this event, in this process. I think we'll continue to participate, and we have to see also how to see this new, emancipated, educated women could have more space in the church. And many things are still open and possible and will develop and must develop, certainly, there's no doubt about it. But in terms of what the church can do, certainly the church lives with the other in a different environment, which sometimes can be somehow traditional, less traditional, democratic, less democratic. And as we consider, the Catholic Church certainly consider that among the tools the Catholic Church has at its disposal, education is probably the most important single tool that we can change something. It was for us quite a surprise when we examined the structure of our Catholic schools around the world to see how many girls and how many boys are studying in our schools. We never did that because it was not, nobody challenged us with that question. We discovered that we are quite good. So it's 47% of the population in the Catholic schools, which could be, the number is very big. Once was said 370,000 and 390,000. So it means a big structure that the Catholic Church has disposal and control over. We discovered that 47% was a female population, girls. And that is very consoling. It means that is really, without having this as a priority, as a fundamental priority, the result is the same, so the attention. And I think this is the only thing, the tool. Educated women can do many things. No? It is not that educated women would escape somehow models of life that are typical to Christian society, but potential is enormous. And this is what Pope Francis also see and experience. We'll have certain places, let's say in the Vatican also, that were traditionally for many reasons more reserved only for men. Probably sooner or later will become also a place where women will have a specific contribution. We have to believe in that. I think that education should remain the priority. Education now is getting more complex, no? Also because it's not just learning, it's somehow learning how to behave. This is a new part of learning, is much more accessible, but a complex education is still a challenge, specifically in the countries where there is so many challenges in the society because of, let's say, of new phenomena, abuse and so on. And we have to do that. Certainly what we see here is still the dramatic situation in many places, no? Especially in Africa and other places, where women are probably one of the most, exposed part of human population, and the church must be more active. We do that, it depends, if the country has a big Catholic presence or not, that changes many things. If the Catholic presence is bigger, we can do more. I would say here we have to say what I've seen in my conversation with the others, enormous contribution of Catholic female religious orders. You have sisters which are working, and I think they have even a better approach, to raise the level of education, general, preparedness for life of a poor rural population, female population. We have to do that, we will continue to do that, and we have tools to do that.